Can you introduce yourself to us?
I'm Neil Nixon. I'm a clinical academic in psychiatry with an interest in mood disorders.
What is the mental health TR mission?
Yeah, it's a big investment from the Office of Life Sciences initially and then the NIHR to develop research capacity in mental health, particularly to enable greater capacity for commercial and industry research.
How big is the burden of mental health in the UK?
Well, depression and anxiety disorders are the main thing that I'm interested in through this. Will affect maybe 1 in 5 people through their lifetime. Often these are recurrent problems that can dominate through a person's lifetime. So for any one individual, it can be really significant and can lead ultimately to a shorter lifespan and greater medical morbidity, relational problems, difficulties with sustaining employment.
How can you drive equity and inclusivity?
Well, I think one thing is by moving beyond our current clinical basis, moving out to where people are and where they feel more comfortable, because we know that there are substantial barriers for many of the people who this affects most directly in terms of their ability to get to central sites through paying for travel, being able to organise travel in often complex lives, already feeling comfortable, often coming into central hospital locations where there may be issues around power that they may not feel comfortable with. So what we've done alongside collaborators in primary care and lived experience is move out to work in GP sites in people's communities where it's easy practically for them to get to and more comfortable maybe psychologically for them to get to, and we're finding that's making a huge difference.
What are the main challenges that you face?
Lots of challenges. One of them is the time and the amount of professional time. So we try and operate in a way that makes best use of that across different disciplines. We work with senior mental health nurses, more junior doctors as well as more senior doctors like me. And we give advice to patients that they can use by themselves to promote agency, but also make best use of resources, and then advice they can use with their GP as well. And then if they're not ready for research currently, or if there aren't trials that they can come into currently, we make a note with their agreement on our electronic record that we can search at a later time and then recontact if and when the relevant opportunities for research come up for them.
Who to contact if somebody wants to be involved in this study?
They could look through the mental health. They could look through the mood disorders website for the Institute of Mental Health, or they could look or if they're within one of our partner GP sites, they might be able to come in through those sites. We're not open to everywhere at the moment, and it's not something we're going out to the general public with, so we do go through partner GPs, and it does depend at the moment if they're within one of those primary care networks that agree to work with us. If not, if they're interested in mood disorders research more generally, then through the Institute of Mental Health website, the Centre for Mood Disorders.
What are your hopes for this study?
Well, I hope that it does two things, that it improves the quality of clinical services and advice that both patients and their GPs can get to enable both of them to know a little bit more about what the current evidence-based opportunities are. And that it also then, through that, builds a research pathway for patients and GPs to connect to the research opportunities that there are, and then decide themselves if they would like to be part of that We need that from our perspective as clinicians and researchers to make our research more representative and more generalizable, more directly applicable to all of the people we see, rather than a very small minority, maybe fewer than 10% of people who tend to take part at the moment.